Wired 96.5.
Philly's party station.
Are we on? We are back here. Listening Sessions tour. Buster being joined by the very talented, well, I don't want to mess this up because look, I hear both. Is it Ariana or Ariana?
I honestly don't. It could be either, but I say Ariana, but it doesn't matter.
Well, the reason why I ask is because we all call Rihanna, and then when we have like little things on our radio where she'll be like, "Hey, this is Rihanna. You're listening to Wired 96."
It's so shocking. Rihanna. I'm like,
this is Rihanna.
like actually full out. No, it's Ariana.
All right.
I don't know what I just said. I just had an accent that I've never had before. I just say Ariana.
Okay, well, great job tonight, Electric Factory here in Philly.
Thank you.
You have this sound. This probably isn't the first time you've heard it. You have this sound that kind of reminds us of, you know, like back in the '90s when we had a hip hop mix, like a Mariah-esque or J-Lo, Ja Rule kind of sound. Do you hear that a lot?
Yeah, that was the inspiration for the album. We wanted to do throwback records, and some of them are '90s, and some of them are '60s Motown kind of inspired, and yeah. So we wanted to do something throwback. I wanted to do something throwback because I don't know. I was recording like poppier records for a while, and they just didn't feel like me, you know. And I feel like I'm not a very contemporary person. Like I don't know. I'm not very like current in that way. Like
You're nostalgic.
I guess sort of like an old soul, I guess. I like older things, like, yeah.
Well, that leads me to this. I wanted to ask you this because I feel like this would be a good question for you. And I asked this to a lot of like my radio friends who do radio. I always ask them, what era, if you could go back and do radio in any era, what would it be? And I always say, like, I'd like to go do radio in the '70s and have long hair, wear an Aerosmith t-shirt, and talk up rock records. So that leads me to this. If you could do this showbiz thing where you're singing and you're acting and you're doing all this in any era, would you do it now in the digital time, or would you go back to the '80s or the Motown?
50s. Like
Why?
50s, 60s.
Why?
I just loved it. Oh God, I loved it. The girls were so feminine and cutesy and like I love the whole like like that kind of vibe.
The doo-wop?
I love it. That's like my favorite era for music. I mean '90s too, but that was like my favorite time. Oh, I loved it so much.
And a lot of that reflects in your stuff now. You've also got this other record that's on the way with Big Sean right here.
Right there, actually.
Right there.
Right there.
It's right here. It's there.
Right here, right there. No, it's interesting because that song it's not supposed to be a single at all yet, but it was just sort of like a bonus track for when my album went on pre-order, and it charted so high on iTunes, like random. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I'm like
better me than my face.
No, yeah, and it wasn't supposed to be like a single or anything, but it like went to like on like the top 10, so that was really cool.
Yeah, that is cool. I wonder, with the artists your age and coming up the channels that you've come up, as you're starting to do these records with these rappers, you know, you've got Mac, you've got Big Sean. Is there a team around you? Is there any pressure that you feel to make sure that you go down certain, you know, go or don't go down certain roads? Are there people telling you not to twerk, not to cut your hair off and go crazy? You know, are you being told to write songs about certain things? Like, what's it like in your world right now?
Well, I write about my life. When I'm writing, I write directly about my life, or when I'm working with writers, I tell them what's going on in my life, and they'll write about it. Because I also do a TV show at the same time. So with this album, I wasn't able to give my 100% self to like writing all of it. But no, the cool thing about the fact that I did songs with Mac and with Sean is that they're friends of mine, and they're like nice dudes. And
okay, well, all right. So I ask, Big Sean is a friend of yours. He's a rapper from Detroit. How does that connection get made? I
have no idea. I honestly don't know. It's funny because you would think either like, oh, she must be secretly a bad girl, or I don't know, something like that. But it's funny because like Sean has this like rough exterior, you know what I mean? Like he's a rapper, he's like a tough guy, but like he'll come over and play charades.
Oh, you're ruining his street cred right now.
I'm not ruining his street cred. He's a sweetheart. But yeah, no, I don't know. I've never felt in my life like I've had to change myself to conform like other people's like groups or whatever. I've never had to. I don't know. And if other people are asking me to do things I'm uncomfortable with, I just won't be friends with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Good. Okay, so you got the album coming.
No, it's working for me.
No, it's working?
But I have to say, Miley looks amazing doing it. I have to say. She better work. I love what she's doing.
I do like her whole little movement.
It's fantastic and happy and radiant, and it's infectious, and I'm all for it.
Absolutely, and I think she's gonna have a good run with this next album.
Yeah, absolutely.
And your album, coming what, next month?
September 3rd, yours truly.
Okay, so is there anybody, as you're coming out with this album, and then maybe as you're thinking about the next album, is there anybody that you really, really want to work with? Maybe that's on your wish list. Maybe they're an OG in the game, or somebody who's out now.
I think, well,
I love the ums. They're really good right now. They have some good stuff. I like their new stuff.
I like their first record that came out, but then like they kind of like had a weird I said it again. I'm sorry. I want to do a song with Justin Bieber.
Really?
I do. We were going to, but he wants to write it.
And you want to write it?
No, he wants to write it.
No, but you're saying well, what's stopping you? Let's do it.
We had a cool song. There was going to be a duet, but then he didn't write it, so he was like, no.
Well, let's get on it, Bieber. Wake up.
Allison, you're standing right there, Allison. No. And Demi Lovato as well.
Oh, you guys should do like a
We want to do like a girl power record.
with Bieber?
No.
Oh.
I'll do a record with Bieber and then something with Demi.
Okay, cool. Well, listen, you did a great job. Where are you tonight? You did a great job. Now, where are you at after this?
I'm going to go drive for 2 hours home to New York City and
New York.
And sleep.
Okay, cool, perfect. Well, enjoy the rest of this tour. Enjoy the success on the album, and download it everywhere, right?
Yeah, iTunes, September 3rd. Oh, it's available for pre-order now, so.
Okay. ArianaGrande.com?
Yeah? I don't know. I'm not. I have a website.
All right, we'll put it down there in like the lower third. All right, thank you so much for kicking it with us after the show. Awesome.
Thank you for coming. I'm hugging you.
Oh, okay, big hug.